Real Housewives of Atlanta, darlings. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're still at Tanya's house, child. They done tore Tanya's place up. All these black girls arguing on the patio. As you know, Tanya stay in a white neighborhood. All these black girls arguing on the patio. Child, the police done came. It was just like, we've never seen so many black people on this property, and you need to do something about that because we halfway accept y'all. Talking about Tanya and her husband or fiance, whatever it is. But all these coloreds here, they got to go. Y'all got to go. Y'all got to go up some. Y'all got to go to somebody's park, somebody's rent a building, something, because we about to shut y'all down. Tanya was just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I had no idea about this. Guys, we're going to have to settle down some. Nobody listened to her. Marlo ended up coming in pink, looking like a snack, looking great. Boobs, but that Marlo's everything when it comes to fashion. When it comes to being a decent human being, I'm not sure about that. But everybody has their weaknesses and strengths, darling. So, Candy and Porsha still arguing. Porsha went in the house to, speak to Marlo, and Tanya was just like, would you like a drink? And Marlo was just like, well, why? Why do I need a drink? And, it was just a mess. Candy was about to leave, but she was about to swing on Porsha. Now, mind you, Candy still don't know that Porsha's pregnant. I'm just glad it didn't go left. Because if Candy would have hit Porsha, somebody would have been in the penitentiary. So it just makes me think, like, how far that Nene them would have went with this whole situation. When were they gonna tell? She knows now, obviously, but I wonder if they was getting ready to go to blows, with Nene them then get up and say, hey, she's pregnant, or what? Because Porsha and Porsha already got a little rah-rah spirit, and then with her being pregnant on top of that, Porsha would have swung first, probably. Okay, so Tanya was just like, well, you guys, that was such an introduction to my home. Thank you so much. Well, the next part of the trip. The next part of this whole little thing, this is Tanya time, darling. The next part of this, we're going to go down into the basement. I have a huge surprise for you guys. So Tanya went downstairs. All the girls followed her. She had them put on kimonos. She came out and everything. And y'all know this whole reasoning for Tanya inviting the girls over there is for her and Eva to tell the girls that they're taking all them hood rats to Tokyo. I wouldn't go up the street with them, but whatever. It's the show. Every season they, they have a new trip they go on just to mess up the country and act a fool and bring all that drama from the trip back home. Y'all know on these shows, child, it's the same old stuff every year over and over again. They have this much fun and this much drama. So, that happened. Candy's still upset, talking about she gonna unfollow Porsha on Twitter and all that. She did. She said she was gonna block her. Cynthia them saying, no, don't block her in case you be back friends with her, child. I got, how many people I got on my block list on Facebook? I got at least 45 people. 45. I haven't blocked anybody recently, thank God. I'm not on there as much. I post a lot, but I'm not necessarily on there as much. I used to be in a lot of I still am in a good bit of groups, but I'm not that active anymore because I'm constantly busy. But mainly the people that are on my block list on Facebook are people that, and this is from years ago, are people that was in this Facebook group that I was in, and it was just messy. It was messy. It's a whole bunch of queens, a whole bunch of drama, etc., etc. But we love everybody, don't we? Okay, so that happened. So all the girls went down there. Tanya, she actually had a personal chef down there. Somebody she got from the restaurant, Chinese restaurant, Kampai, darling. And, they cooked the food right in front of them. So Tanya was just like, okay, so this is just a sample, you guys. The main course is going to be upstairs. All right, so everybody follow me. Come on. Shamari was just like, I'm so sick of the drama, because they started to argue a little bit down there. Shamari was like, I'm sick of the drama and I'm going to finish my meal, child. Shamari stayed down there. She finished her meal, and I would have sat right there beside Shamari and finished my meal. All this up and down and hopping and going from this station to this station. Y'all ain't doing nothing but messing up all the stations, because all y'all doing is arguing and hooping and hollering. Nobody wants to hear that all the time over their meal. So I would have stayed down there, ate my salmon and my salad with Shamari's. Child, they went back up there, child. It was a mess. They went back up there. It was just like, Shamari, where you been, child? She was like, I was eating. Whoop to whoop. And what? So, we got, to being messy. Porsha pregnant is messy. Porsha Lachey, she was just like, Eva, you ever said something bad about Cynthia? Eva was just like, no, I love Cynthia. What do you mean? Porsha was just like, so I'm going to ask you again. Have you ever said something bad about Cynthia? I love Cynthia. No, she's amazing. So when we went out, when we was at the gym place working out, and then you say that she's like mother something, mother legend, mother the bride, something about runway. And of course they showed the clip of Eva, Shane, and Cynthia saying, yeah, show me that veteran walk. Basically making fun of the fact that she's a elder model. In which there's such a tired... first of all, can't nobody help what age they are. Second of all, you can't really shade somebody's accomplishments. Third of all, if it wasn't for people like Cynthia Bailey, Eva Marcel, Eva Pickford, Eva, what's her last name? Eva McCall, you wouldn't be here, sis. The black models of yesteryear paved the way for your ass, okay? And they were actually supermodels, child. Eva, you're just a reality star that models. There's a difference. When the last time Eva been on anybody's runway? Don't worry, I'll wait. Four, yeah. Well, I wanted 16 at first, but now I just took it down to 4. All right, I'll see you later. Bye. Y'all done had enough time? Okay. So what else is going on? Eve was just like, the shape, but don't forget Mother One. What was interesting though was before Porsha started talking about Eva and getting on what she said about Cynthia, Porsha brung up the whole thing about the shade that Tanya threw at Nene, talking about the high-low thing, which wasn't even a big deal. And Eva was the first one to say, oh yeah, I remember that. But you couldn't remember what you said about out of your mouth about Cynthia, but you remember other people's shade. Okay, Cynthia. Okay, Eva. Okay. A mess. Eva's a mess. I tell you. A lot of people don't like Shamari. I don't really know why. The whole, legend thing is annoying, but it's a comedy thing. I mean, come on. I like Shamari. I'll take Shamari over Eva any day, but that's just me. Eva just gives me fake tease all day long. With Shamari, at least you know who she is. You know what she's going to give. So, I mean, at least so far. I'll say that. So, Nene was just like, she slightly apologized, but not really. She was just like, I know what high-low is and all this. And Nene talking about, well, I met you shopping at my place. So, Nene, just because you have money, does that mean you got to spend it all on clothes and stuff? I'm a high-low shopper myself. Now my highs ain't their highs, I'm sure, but I'm a high-low shopper myself, and it's all about mixing and matching, and it's all about how you wear it, what looks good on your body, what just works for you, what you feel comfortable in, etc. But when you're dealing with a group like this, it's all about the fashions. The fashions, I guess it means something, child. But just do you. What the hell you want to wear, child? People always, child. Anyway, what else is going on? Moving on. Greg had a scene with Nene had hired this vegan chef, a vegetarian chef, one of them. Greg was a little rude, was a little mean to her. And Greg was speaking out about a lot of stuff that he can't do, a lot of plant-based products that he can't really, deal with or whatever. And he was speaking good sense, common sense. He knows what to do. So I'm just thinking, like, well, Greg, why haven't you even attempted to try to do healthy? You know the right thing to do, because he was telling the girl, he was schooling her on a lot of stuff. So, but you still not putting it into play, into practice, so it don't mean nothing, Greg. And stop having such an attitude. Greg, one of them old men that you can't really, they just snap you up. I don't think they mean any harm. Or maybe they do. I don't know. It was just weird, but God bless Greg. I know a lot of people like him. There's a few people like that in my fam. I try to stay away from as much as I can. Just say bless their heart and move on. Greg had a little birthday party. All his kids was there. I think Greg got at least 6 kids. I'm gonna say 5 or 6. His sister, Aunt Pat, was there. Patsy Poo. And Nene sat down and had a conversation with her, and they was talking about how hard it is. Greg is stubborn, etc. Greg had went out and started cut the bushes. And he damn near cut his finger off. And, I do understand, though, you just get tired of being dependent on somebody. You just want to start to do things yourself and just feel back to yourself again. I feel like that's why he's, up around and doing stuff. And which is also good that he's mobile. He's around doing stuff, It helps with a lot of things, but it's just certain things that, it's just not good to do. Hell, I ain't ever even cut a grass before. Child, I would like to, though. I would like to sit on not the ones you push, child, but the ones you sit down on and you cutting the grass, and I get to have a little, a little Mary Jane next to me and a little soda pop. I be like that. So yeah, Greg gonna be alright. Just stop being so damn hateful, Greg. Leaks. We'll still take you over Nene, though. What else is going on? So, Cynthia, she decided to invite Eva, Marlo, and Candy out, which is an interesting bunch. I don't think they've ever all filmed together at one time without Nene and, the rest of them. But she decided to invite the girls out to, basically grill Mike and talk to Mike. This is the first time she's introduced Mike to the gargoyles. It was funny. And, she gave them each 3 minutes to ask questions. Eva was asking all the nice, respectable questions. Marla was asking the questions about money and outlandish questions, and Candy was asking the questions about sex, of course, saying what kind of position you like. If you only got 3 minutes with her, how you gonna tear that thing up? Why, Candice? Why? Oh, child, I don't know if Todd is enough for her. Child, Candy's just all out there. Or maybe she's just one of them people that talk about it. She don't actually do it. I don't know, Candice. But yeah, I was like, Lord have mercy. What else is going on? Marlo asked, did he ever have when the last time he had an STD? Not if he ever had a STD, the last time he had one. Because Marlo know that he done had multiple ones. Marlinda, stop. Y'all been seeing the shade that Marlo and Shamari been throwing on each other? on Twitter. Hilarious. What else is going on? Candy had a scene with Shamari. It was kind of forced. It was a little weird. It was like Shamari. They whispered in Shamari ear, the producers, just like, Shamari, go on in there, do that scene with Candy. Okay, I guess. Here I come. Candy, Candy know how to flip a coin. Candy know how to make money. For sure. She is an amazing business person. She is. So her and Shamari went to go shopping for lingerie. The whole sex dungeon thing. She wanted to turn into a whole party thing situation. I don't know. I'm a little murky when it comes to exactly what she's doing. But her and Shamari was trying on clothes. Shamari looked great in her clothes. Candy looked like her clothes was painful. It looked like they hurt. It looked like they was too tight. Candy always wear clothes that's just too tight. Like if she make the wrong move, she gonna bust out of everything. But they had a little moment. She had to show Shamari had to show Ronnie, the legend, DeVoe, her outfit to make sure it feels cool for her to wear that. Whoop to whoop. It was a cute little scene. Whatever. What else is going on? So Porsha had a scene with Dr. Sherry. Y'all remember Dr. Sherry from Tony, Tracy, Tawanda, Trina, Tamar, and Miss E will teach you a thing or two. Braxton family values. Yeah. Woo! On Braxton family values, Dr. Sherry was their counselor, couldn't help them sisters, child. And so now she done pooched on to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Talking to Porsha. They went to go see Dr. Sherry when she was with Cordell. They showed all them scenes of Cordell being just hateful and oh God, I couldn't. She tells Dr. Sherry she's pregnant. She says that she talked about the recent thing that happened at Todd's, birthday party where the ex came up and all that kind of stuff, and then Porsha came up. It was about to be a knockout. So she talked about that, and she just said something very important. She said that she just don't, she's been by herself for so long that she don't want to lose herself again, pretty much in a relationship. She still wants to get back to that Porsha, because the Porsha she is now, she's accomplished, she has her own voice, and she don't want to end up in another situation where she has to be perfect Patty, where she has to be, now I'm Dennis's wife instead of just Porsha, again. That's so real. You don't ever want to lose yourself in relationships and your kids and your spouses, whatever. But it happens every single day, and it happens all the time, and it's so easy for it to happen. Dr. Sherry was just like, well, that's just something you need to talk to him about. It was just like, well, do you want this relationship, etc. Porsha revealed that, she found out that Dennis was still communicating with his ex, and I guess that's why she felt comfortable enough to even come up and say something to her, while Porsha was around. But some people just don't give a damn. Some people just disrespectful. Porsha a little later on talked to Dennis about that, and he really didn't get it at first. Men don't get things like that. She was just like, it's almost, like you're putting the blame all on her. When you were speaking to her, you hugged her, you conversed with her. Yet I'm sitting here pregnant with your child, and you sitting here talking to your ex and pretty much ignoring me for the moment. But he did end up apologizing, because, he knows he ain't going to never find nobody to look like Porsha ever again. So he better straighten up, tighten up. So, yeah. But Porsha got them together. But we'll see Dennis, going around town, they already saying all kind of stuff about you, but we gonna see. What else is going on? I think that was it, y'all. I think I talked about everything. With that said, darlings, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's King's World on Instagram and Twitter at It's King's World on And it's Keysworld89 on Snapchat. Come on, somebody. Chase the King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. I love you so much. Stay black, stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later, darlings. Click that subscribe.